everyone. Hi, my name is Raja, and today I'm going to show you one project that is a student gets some marks. So, if a student studying 9.25 hours per day, so how much score he can achieve? So that prediction I did in Jupyter Notebook. So here I'm trying to tell you all the details which I did in Jupyter Notebook in this project. So please listen carefully. So here first I import the libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, then Pylab, and Seaborn. So I first took the pandas like PD, NumPy as NP, and Matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, and PyLab as I imported RC params. So from RC params, from the very first I said all the diagrams will be 15 by 8 size figure will be there, and then that we what we did, then I fetch the data. So I fetch the data from this website. So there the data are like this, hours and scores. So if a student is studying 2.5 hours per day, he scores 21 marks on an average, and if a student is studying 7.7 hours a day, then he is scoring 85 marks. Okay, so we need to predict that data, the entire data, and after predicting the entire data, we our task is if a student is studying 9.25 hours a day, then how much marks he or she can achieve. So let's start with the very beginning. So first I give the given URL name. Name is given URL, and I give the URL details and pd.csv given URL. So by given pd.readcsv, I'm fetching that URL, and here is the data. You can see that hours and scores, which I already told you that if a student is studying 2.5 hours a day, is scoring 21 marks. If a student is studying 8.3 hours a day, then he is scoring 81 marks. Alright, so here, let's do some EDA like exploratory data analysis. You can say like is there any null value is there, is there any what is the conditions of the data. Let me check first. So first I give the data dot is null dot sum means data dot is null means I need to find is any null value is there the entire data set. So this is the limited data, so I can see that yes, there is no null value is there. This is a limited data set. However, if there is a millions of data, then it is not possible to check each and every file or folder. Each and every column or row that is any null values there or not. So that's why we are doing data dot is null dot sum. So it will make summations that how many null values is there. So if it is coming hours is 0 and scores is 0, that means there is no null value is present in the data. Then data dot describe. So data dot describe here it means the actual statistics information statistics of this data means first it will show the count, means how many datas are there. There are 25 datas are there, hours, and 25 datas in scores values. So what is the mean value? Mean value is 5.012, and another one score mean value is 51.448 value. So interquartile range is differ from 2.7 to 7.4, and scores interquartile range is from 30 to 75, and the maximum value for the hours when student is studying 9.2 hours, and the score is he or she is getting 95 marks. This is the maximum value. This is the minimum value. This is the maximum value. If a student is studying 1.1 hour, he is getting 17 marks. If a student is studying 9.2 hours, he is getting 95 marks. So this is the interquartile range. So from 25 to 75%. So next I did correlations. I tried to find the correlations between the relations between the hours and scores, and let me check. So what is the value for that? So for that case I just plotted. I used that Seaborn library. So in Seaborn library I can find like this data, that plotting I did. So as I mentioned that Seaborn, import Seaborn, let me show you the, yes, the import Seaborn as SNS. So I'm giving SNS dot heat map. So here I'm giving heat map like data are not equal to true. That means the value of the all the parts separately it will show like 21, 47, 27, 75, 30, 20, and line width is 0.9. That means each and every block between there is a white line is there. So that is the gap. There is not a line, there is a gap. So this gap is 0.9, and this line's color is W. So if I'll give the K, means it will be black. So it will be some it will not good better. So that's why I gave W, means white color. So it looks better. So I can analyze that. If I'll see that graph, so definitely heat map, according to this heat map I can say that this is the hour data. This is the score data, and in this meter I can say the lightest color is the highest number of this plot. So that means, so let me check the lightest color in this particular segment. So I can see there is a lightest color 95. Okay, so 95. Then the lightest color is 88, 85. But when I'm going to darkest color, so 17, that 20, 21, so that depends. So by this I can easily say that yes, the hours and scores relationships and with the heat map I can check. So next is we are going to plot the hours and scores like this scattered plot. So then marks with study hours, so marks and hours. So someone is studying 5 hours, he is getting the marks of this, more than 50 marks you can say. Someone is studying 8 hours, he is getting the marks of 82, 83. So like this. So this is the graph. So now I am taking this data into two segment, that is x value and y value. So in x data dot iloc, so there are two type of loc, that is a dot loc and dot iloc. So here we are using dot iloc, and we are taking the entire column and the first column, and the data iloc dot 1 x dot values, the complete array they are giving, y dot values, that is an np array, that is numpy array we are getting. Now we are doing the, now what we are doing, now we are splitting the data. So here we are going to do the linear regression model. So in this for doing linear regression model, before that we need to splitting the data. So for that case, we are importing the model selection scikit-learn from scikit-learn and imported the train test split, and after that it is showing like train test split x and y, and text size is 0.2. That means it will be divided like 80-20 ratio, and random state equal to 42. Okay, so it will come like x train x test, y train y test. So the shape of x train is 21, y test shape is 51. I'm sorry, x train x test, y train y test. So 21, 51, 25. So now we are doing, let me tell you the linear regression, how we are doing. So we are importing the linear model from scikit-learn and also import the linear regression model. So we took LR as a short form, like we did in the very beginning, pandas like PD and NumPy as NP. So like this, we are taking LR for linear regression model. So then we need to train that data. That means we need to train the data, that how the data is. So that's why we are fitting all the data, that train data, that is the 80% data which I took for the training purpose. I am giving that 80% data into lr.fit. So it will come like linear regression model. So we are training that linear regression model. Now I did that lr coefficient value, intercept value. So I tried to make a straight line between this that graph that which I showed you, like what will be nearest way. So the line will be like this. So let me show you the straight line. So line details are there. So if I'll plot with the x-axis, then it will come like this. So straight line will be there. So it will be a scattered plot, and then so so now it's time to predict. So now lr dot predict x text. Though so x test predict, after doing the prediction, we got the value of like 83.188, 27 point this and that. So y test is 81, and our prediction value is 83. Y test is 30 and our prediction is 27. And here getting 21, we are getting 27, 76, 69. So like this. So our prediction model is pretty much well good and very good. And so now we are testing the values. So some error values we are checking. So how much error in this prediction values. So we imported matrices, and then matrices dot mean absolute error. So there I got 3.92. That is the error value. So we can go ahead with that linear regression model. So now our main query was, if a student is studying 9.25 hours a day, then how much score he can achieve, or he or she can achieve. So I just give the given hours 9.25, then predicted score is lr dot predict, given numbers and given hours, and predicted score is 92.36. So that means if a student is studying 9.25 hours per day, then he can achieve 92.3861 marks. So this is my project, and for the task 1 project for uh, the Sparks Foundations. So thank you very much to all of you for listening this project details. So thank you very much.